Hey guys, this is Apple Gamer 24/7 coming at you guys from behind the banner image. This is episode 2 of, or episode 1 I should say, of iSpeculate. I don't know what I'm calling episode 2 for, but this is really episode 1. This is the first official episode. As you guys know, last week was our pilot episode, and I saw some really good feedback and some good views from it, so I think iSpeculate is here to stay from now on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the recording because we officially started. And I have a few things for us tonight. I don't have a whole too lot. I have a few things that I want to go through in terms of stories and just things I found interesting from the week. If I can get my effects right here. Cam twist is being, not cam twist, Wirecast is being a little bit weird. So source B, I want to be my screen, and now I want to, sorry guys, switch these around. And now if I just minimize this, we should be pretty much all set for our first story. So as you guys can see, we have quite a few stories. I think what I've decided to do as terms of stories, I think I'm gonna go through the first 3 or 4 stories, talk about them for a little bit, then we'll take a break, and I have just a random topic of choice, and then we'll get into the other stories, and then we'll call it a broadcast. But like I said, if you guys do have any questions or something, you gotta leave them in the comment section because I won't be able to see them, but I'm just checking now. There seems to be any. So if you guys do see me switch Safari windows, just because I don't have a second screen, which I'm planning on getting in the future. But starting out with our first story, this is regarding the new iPhones. Once again, this story says T-Mobile employees blackout date support September 20th iPhone release date. So pretty much when you see these type of stories about carriers blocking out vacation days during the fall months, usually means it's the day for the next iPhone, because pretty much everybody needs to be on staff to sell the phone and get everything ready. Because if you guys haven't noticed, iPhone launches are a pretty big deal for the carriers, not just Apple, so they get excited too. So making sure everybody's there on staff, making sure carriers have the right staff to make sure they have all the phones and get everybody up and running is important. So this comes from Mac Rumors. It says T-Mobile has implemented vacation blackout dates for between September 20th and the 22nd. Reports are potentially confirming December the 20th release date for the iPhone 5S and the 5C. That was first leaked this month by a Japanese business newspaper, Nikkei, I think that's how you say it, or Nikki, or I'm not really too sure since it's not an American newspaper. But during the blackout period, employees were unable to take vacation games to ensure that T-Mobile has adequate staff on hand for a large release event. Similar blackouts have been instituted on previous iPhone launches, same old. So pretty much what this means is that this iPhone 5S and 5C, if the 5C does come out, like I said last week, I don't really see the 5C coming out. There is one possibility. I did even put it in the stories for this week, but I did see, I think a day after or 2 days after the last episode, that there was a picture taken by somebody in the factory of working with digitizers with screens, iPhone 5C's charging and downloading iOS into them. I'm not really sure if that's legit or not, but if it is, if that's what it is. So this is what this means, and let me just throw up a picture for you guys so you can see what this would look like. So source A, here we go. So this is what the iPhone these are what the iPhones will indeed look like. You see the plastic one, the blue one is the 5C. Now the gold one is a little bit iffy at the moment. There's been some leaks, but it's not really confirmed anything that Apple will be making 2 new additions to the iPhone colors. Traditionally the black and white, and now there's going to be a champagne or this gold color. And there's also going to be a graphite, sort of like a lighter silver color that's also going to have white trim. The main difference between the 5, as you can see over here, is just the black one, and the 5S is the flash, and obviously the color difference. So that is pretty much the only known comparison to the between the iPhone 5S and the 5C as of this moment. So yeah, so that's what I think. Do I think the 5C is coming out? Maybe. The 5S definitely. I just know about the color. But this pretty much confirms the release date somewhere between the 20th and the 22nd. So that's what this was all about. Alright, moving on. This one was kind of a big disappointment with me. I will say that this is pretty much confirmed. It says here, Apple September 10th iPhone event set to also include iPads. And it says updated. Let me just give you the basic before we get into the updated. It says buried in an article about Apple's upcoming Tokyo retail store. So they're opening a retail store in Tokyo, which is cool. Bloomberg has briefly mentioned that Apple's September 10th media event will also include not only new iPhones but also new iPads, which will be good for me because I'm in the market for a new iPad. Retina, because my Retina display iPad, I don't know if you guys ever noticed this. If you guys have this problem with yourself, somebody in the stream, if you're watching live, if you can leave a comment in here, but I haven't gotten the comments as you guys just saw. But battery in my Retina iPad doesn't seem to last anymore. I mean, it lasts the whole day, but it's at the end of the day, it's at 1 or 2%. It's barely getting through the day. So I've been using my iPad mini a lot more just because of the battery life is so much better. But like I said, I'm in the new market for the new Retina iPad because of the battery life. But I was sad after I saw this because it says the Cupertino, California-based company plans to introduce new versions of its phone and its tablet on September 10th. A person familiar with the matter, and it says also has several game changers, which is good. And it says the September 10th media event was confirmed by All Things D. Given to the casual nature, Bloomberg mentions that iPads are expected at the event. The possible that is an error, as rumors suggest the new iPad will not appear until closer to the end of the year release date. Apple has even been reported to perhaps pushing back the release date of iOS 7 for the iPad for 2 weeks relative to the iPhone version of the software because they need more time to work on it. Because I do agree with a lot of other Apple enthusiasts or Apple bloggers or just Apple people in general that the iOS 7 versions for iPad, this is only what I've seen and what I've heard. I haven't really tested iOS 7 on anything but an iPhone 5. The iPad version is just a blown up version of the iPhone operating system. It's not like there's a difference between iOS 6. Tablet apps, they look good. You can definitely differentiate them. They were built specifically for a tablet. But when I see iOS 7 on the iPad already, it just looks like a big phone. So I'm happy that Apple might take the extra time to release iOS 7 later for the iPad just to get it ready, which is good news for me. So that's what that just thing is, and my browser just decided to run and reload itself. But here we go. It says here, now here comes update number 1. Update number 1 says Bloomberg has made a simpler, quiet mention of both iPhones and iPads appearing at the September mini event in an article published last week. And it says update 2, Bloomberg has now updated the article to remove mention of the tablets at September 10 event. And this is the one that pretty much confirms that this is not happening. If you see this name by the loop, it's called Jim Darplom. I have no idea how you say that. I probably butchered that person's name, but I'm sorry. If you see that name anywhere in an Apple-related new rumor or video, either confirming or denying anything, it's most definitely true. Just putting it out there. It says here that this person says there will be no iPads introduced at Apple's September 10th media event. So this pretty much says to me that the iPad is not coming out on September 10th. It's probably gonna be announced at a later date. I would expect to maybe see 2 weeks later, maybe two or 3 weeks later, after the iPhone 5S and 5C get released. I do see that happening, like they did last year. They had an iPhone 5 event, and then maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, they had an iPad event. So that's the way I'm looking at it this time around. So if you guys have any questions about this, I'm going to take a minute to view the comments. Sorry guys about me hiccuping. I just got back from dinner out and getting ice cream, and my dinner was good, but the ice cream, because I'm lactose intolerant, bothers my stomach, so I'll keep that in mind for my next recording. So just taking a quiet just a quiet break for a second. There's no comments, so I just want to quickly just get myself ready for the next story. So let me just put this. Nope. There we go. One of these days I'll get used to the. No, that's the same one. One of these days I will get used to this. Alrighty then, and we are ready to go to the next one. Alright, so I have kind of a double feature about the Apple TV. This is kind of one that I witnessed today. This says here that says Apple has added apps to the Apple TV, which is always exciting. It says Apple TV adds apps for Vivo, Weather Channel, Disney, and Smithsonian, which the Smithsonian, the Smithsonian, and the Weather Channel, I really wasn't expecting at all. Vivo, there's been leaks or rumors going on about that for a couple weeks. And Disney, Apple has board members between the two companies, and Steve Jobs being the highest stockholder of Disney, it really wasn't surprising. So Disney, so it says in a press release that Vivo has added TV and a library of 75,000 music videos, which is good. I'm not a big music video person. If I want to watch something music related that's on video, I usually just watch a live version because that's the way I roll. But if you guys like to watch music videos but you don't want to hook up your iTunes library, maybe get some free music, definitely check out Vivo, but never really been a big fan. So it says Apple TV, Vivo, and then it says it's recognized the intuitive interface and design. I wouldn't know because I don't use it. The Weather Channel, the app offers current conditions for forecasts in a variety of locations, as well as access to feature stories on the Weather Channel shows. So if you want to check out some of the Weather Channel programming, you can do it through the Weather Channel app. It also says here that the Smithsonian will offer on-demand streams of full episodes of television, while the Disney Channel and Disney XD apps offer live on-demand access with authenticity through a cable provider. Currently supported through the Disney apps, for those that are wondering, is AT&T Uverse, Charter, Comcast, Cox, Mid-Continent Communications, Optimum, and Verizon Fios. Then it says all apps have been available on the through the United States. Some might be not available in other countries, but this is good. I always like to see when the Apple TV gets new channels. It just makes it all around a good experience for me. The one thing I can't wait to see happen with the Apple TV is that Time Warner Cable, which is who I have internet, which is actually doing a lot better now since I just upgraded my package to do the live shows. I got a brand new internet package. It's 50 down, 5 up, so really fast, perfect for the streaming. I'm actually streaming at a much higher quality than I was last week. Just to test it out, I think it's doing a lot better. And so yeah, that's just a side note. But one thing I did see back early in the summer is that Time Warner Cable was in talks of Apple to bring the Time Warner Cable TV app, which is available on Roku boxes. You'll be able to have the ability to watch up to 300 channels via your Apple TV by just logging in with your Time Warner account. And I'm really hoping for that. But recently, like 2 days ago, the Time Warner Cable TV came out on the Xbox. Now, the cool thing about it is that if you have the Xbox Smart Glass app on your iPhone or Android, and you don't have cable in your room, that's a really cheap way that the Xbox, you can get an Xbox for $99 to have cable streamed to your room, and you don't even have to have the controller turned on. You can just use the Xbox Smart Glass app and just use it as a remote, so it works fairly well. So that's just a side note on here, but like I said, I'm really happy when the Apple TV just gets new channels, because it just makes it all around a good experience, and it offers a bunch of new channels for everybody. and it just makes it accessible to more people. Now, the other thing I do want to mention about the Apple TV is that this happened today of this recording is that for a good 5 hours today, the TV show section, so this purple icon right here, was not available for Apple TV, iTunes, and the iTunes Store for a period of 5 hours. I don't know what caused the outage, but it was kind of weird. I posted something on my Instagram about it. So, let me know what you guys think of, new channels coming to the Apple TV. And just as a quick side note, Apple has also updated their page for the Apple TV. So now it includes a button for iTunes Radio, so which is a side note. And you can also visit this on your own time, and you can see what kind of things they offer. As you can see, HBO Go is a big one, Netflix, Hulu. Then you get the new ones I just mentioned. So yeah, that's my thing about the Apple TV. All right, moving on to the final story before we take a break. This one is saying, in another iPhone-related announcement, this is Apple begins U.S. retail store employees, begins training the retail employees on the iPhone trade-in program. Now, this is interesting to me because Apple, to me, is not the company that would want you to trade in your old product for a new one. This is fairly new. This says that back in June, it was reported that Apple was getting ready to launch an iPhone trade-in program in the U.S. Participating Recycle through Brightstar to give customers instant credit for their iPhone to drive an upgrade to a newer model. And then it says, according to the report, that the old iPhones will be resourced and sold in emerging markets. And it says some here that TechCrunch has received some information that the iPhone training program will be started, and then it has another update down here that says Mac rumors will be scheduled. That the program is scheduled to launch on August 30th, which is tomorrow actually. So now TechCrunch has also said on here that it's also given some information about what kind of details it can use about some of the qualifications to get your iPhone traded in. So I guess having a brain fart there. It says customers can bring in a working non-liquid sandwich iPhone at Apple retail. It can be evaluated by a employee with the help of an online site that can help a customer assist using the iMacs or iPads. The customer then answers a series of questions about the condition of the device in order to determine the value. That value can be used as credit towards a new device, but only if the customer has an upgraded credit available. So if there's a carrier check involved, if a user does not have an upgrade check, they could presumably pay the early termination fee of that carrier and use the credit towards a new device on another carrier. The trade value depends on the condition, capacity, and color. TechCrunch claims a 16GB 404S model can reach up to $200. Now, the only one thing that's a bummer for me that would, sort of would allow me to buy a new phone is that if I could do this no matter where I was in my career, if I was in an upgrade cycle, if I was out of an upgrade cycle, that would be the big thing driving me to, that'd be the driving thing for me to use this program, because somebody like me who can just trade in an iPhone 5S after a couple months, go buy an iPhone 6, take the iPhone 6, go buy the 6S, trade it in. Doesn't matter where I was in my contract or where my carrier was at that time. If I was able to do it, so I would be able to put out the money because I bought this outright. So it's not a big deal, but just another quick review by good old me. So yeah, this is the break session of the show. I'm just gonna go through now and see if there's any comments. There probably isn't any. Nope. So yeah, so just to give you guys a little sneak preview on what's going on for the rest of this week, I have some big news coming. I don't want to say what it is yet until it's official, but I think you guys are going to be pretty happy. I'm in the middle of getting some things looked at and some things just making sure they are quote-unquote legit and there's no loopholes and everything looks good. I believe I should announce it this weekend. So I'm excited to share some big news with you guys. I think you guys are going to be happy. At least I think you will. So yeah, that is just my this is just my break in the program. I can take a break and actually get a drink for once. Um, so yeah, um, so like I said, the iSpeculate videos will be, um, 4 stories, a break, and then we'll do another 4 stories. So there's 8 stories total in each episode. What I'm looking to do is that the last story will be a random topic. I'm not sure what that topic will be. It could be Apple, it could be Microsoft, it could be Google. It's definitely gonna be tech related. I'm not gonna make it politics or something, but I'm definitely gonna keep it tech related. But I'm gonna keep it outside of Apple just to give it a little more variety. If you guys do like that idea. So yeah, let me just check on the streaming details as well, so I can see how we are doing. So should be another couple minutes. Leave you guys at the banner. All right. All right, guys. So nothing's really going on. Streaming's working just fine. So let's knock out these other couple stories, and then we can call it a night. So let me just input the effects again. This will be. I swear I'm gonna purchase the pro version of Wirecast, so you guys don't have to see this. So these can be all keyframed, and you don't have to see this. But yeah. So let's get going. So the next story that I had is a newly released video offers details on the upcoming iPhone 5 S and 5C cases. I just put this in here just in case you guys wanted a video to see what the case look like, and just to give a little more thought of what things could actually look like. This is just something that I thought this was cool. The quality is really good, so I'm not, it's not like a blurry camera or anything. It's not like, my camera setup. It's pretty horrible most of the time. But anyway, I just put this in here just in case you guys wanted to see what was going on with the iPhone 5C, and if you guys are interested. And you also get another color of the gold iPhone, so pretty much your phone color will be looking something like I have on the screen right now. It'll be the gold, the blue. Mostly the blue will come in other colors. I did see a new rumor this week that there might be a tangerine color, like not an actual orange, but they call it tangerine, and maybe a cotton candy pink. But who knows if that's real. So just giving you guys just a little more of the norm here. So let me just switch this back. There we go. So yeah, this is just another video. I'm not gonna play the video because I don't have permission to play it. But if you guys do want to check this out, this is in the video description. Alright, this is one for all the Mac gamers out there. I put this in here because I know a lot of people in my audience like games, either console gamers or the PC gamers. In case you guys are Mac gamers, you'll be pretty excited. Bioshock Infinite and SimCity arrive for Mac gamers starting today. A couple of big games landed on the Mac. Landed for Mac. We told you about Bioshock Infinite by 2K. Amazing game, by the way. In case you guys haven't played it. So it's now available for Mac. You can either buy it through Steam, or you can buy it through the Mac App Store, or you can use another service such as Game Agent. It says here. It says here, if you also pre-order the game through Game Agent, you also get the Columbia's Finest DLC, which is promising an extra 20% off the regular $59.99 price tag. Game Agent members can pay the $39.99 for both the game and the DLC pack. So that is that. And the other game that got a rocky start, I've never been into these type of games, so some people might be into it more than others, is the SimCity games. The SimCity game that got off to a bad start. I think had like server errors and some other weird thing. Is now available for Mac, is now available for PC. So, in case you guys like Mac gaming, this is technically for you. In case you guys are wondering, do I play games on my 27-inch iMac? Since it has a beast of a graphics card, there's a possibility I might throw a copy of Windows on here in the virtual machine and see how it runs, but not really. I mean, as you guys know, I'm more of an Xbox person or a PS3 person, so I rather play games on that. But since I have a 2 gig graphics card, something like Minecraft isn't out of the ordinary in the future. I know a lot of people have been asking me if I ever played a game like Minecraft. So this is just another story for Mac gamers out there. So let me know if you play games on your Mac, and if you do, what is your favorite game? Alright, the next one before the fun story is high-res photos of the iPad front panels. These are just leaked photos saying that these were leaked. So instead of me just showing them to you, I'm just going to go through each one individually. So we're going to go full screen, and then we are going to go through these. So this one right here, as you're seeing now, is the back of a iPad 5th generation. I don't know what color it is, but judging by this picture, it's definitely a lot slimmer. There's a lot less bezel. So in case you guys are wondering about that, so this is the first picture. And the next picture that I have is this picture right here. Sorry guys about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, these are just, it looks exactly like the iPad mini. And it's got a lot less bezel on it. And this is probably the iPad that I'm probably going to get in September. So just to give you guys a little taste of that. So let's go back to the camera. And let's go to the last thing of the day. So I really didn't see this coming, but the last story today deals with my friend Microsoft. This says here that Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer will retire within 12 months or when the successor is found. I just have to say, I really don't know what to say really, but yay. I mean, Steve Ballmer was a really entertaining CEO. He made me laugh a bunch of times. But he had a lot of failures, and I think it's time some new blood stepped into Microsoft. I think if they got some new blood in there, they can definitely take a new advantage with Windows, maybe make a tablet version and a desktop version like I've been saying for the last year, and maybe some new different technologies such as wearables or even a better smartphone, whatever they have. But, I do have to give him a lot of credit. He's not just going to up and leave right away. He's going to stay, and he's going to make sure his successor is found and then make sure he's happy. So I give him props for that. So congrats, Steve Ballmer, on your retirement. You're a pretty funny guy, and I wish you all the best. So that is the stream for tonight. So yeah. Let me just see here, 28 minutes. So yeah, these are, like I said guys, in the pilot, I like to keep these around a half hour to go through each one. As you know, when big Apple events happen, I do expect these to go an hour, maybe even more. But there's really not much Apple news to come out. As you can see, there's a lot of leaks. There's a lot of he said, she said. There's also the thing about Steve Ballmer that I threw at the end there. But that's pretty much the entire episode for tonight. I'm just going to leave it open for another couple minutes just to make sure any questions do get answered. So, looks like no other questions. So that's good. That's okay. But anyway, guys, I do want to say I'm doing another live show tomorrow of a new show called Case Countdown. This is where I go down and I count down on the latest cases that I put on Chooseurcase this week. So I'll be talking about cases tomorrow night. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's live broadcast. See you later.